Kilmar Abrego Garcia taken into IC custody, but judge blocks deportation for now. Immigrant rights groups are celebrating after a federal judge temporarily blocked the deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was recently taken into IC custody despite ongoing legal battles. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Shortly after Abrego was released from federal custody Friday, the Trump administration said it intended to deport him to Uganda. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who reunited with his family last week after 160 days apart following his mistaken deportation to El Salvador, was taken into ICE custody Monday after an immigration check-in, but a judge later ruled that he cannot be deported for now. The check-in with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Baltimore was part of the conditions of his release Friday from federal custody. While such meetings are usually routine and meant for case updates, Abrego's attorneys had expected he would be taken into ICE custody after the Trump administration over the weekend announced his intention to deport him to Uganda. There was no need to take him into ICE detention. The only reason they took him into detention was to punish him for exercising his constitutional right to speak up and fight proceedings, said Simon Sandoval-Maschenberg, one of Abrego's attorneys. Monday afternoon, Sandoval-Maschenberg said Abrego was being held at a detention center in Virginia. Abrego was deported in March, but returned to the United States on June 6, after he was indicted and charged with transporting within the United States people who were not legally in the country. He has denied the allegations. Abrego filed a new lawsuit in U.S. District Court in Maryland, seeking to ensure that he is not removed from the United States pending his immigration proceedings. The lawsuit asked a federal judge to issue an order that Abrego not be allowed to be removed from the United States unless he is given proper due process to fight his potential deportation. The suit challenges Abrego's deportation to Uganda or any other country unless and until he has had a fair trial, Sandoval-Maschenberg said. He later argued that deporting his client to any country without any credible assurances that he would stay there would be just a very inconvenient layover to El Salvador. At a hearing Monday afternoon, U.S. District Judge Paul Azini's ordered that Abrego must remain stay detained in the United States, temporarily blocking his deportation to Uganda until she holds an evidentiary hearing. Zini said there are several grounds on which there may be jurisdiction for her to exercise relief, among them that Uganda has not agreed to offer Abrego protections, like being able to walk freely, being given refugee status, and not being redeported to El Salvador. Before his IC check-in appointment and detainment Monday morning, Abrego addressed reporters surrounded by family, supporters, faith leaders, and his legal team, who were all calling for his freedom. "My name is Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and I want you to remember this. Remember that I am free and I was able to be reunited with my family," he said in Spanish before a translator repeated in English. "This was a miracle. Thank you to God and thank you to the community," he added. "I want to thank each and every one of you who marched. Lift your voices, never stop praying, and continue to fight in my name." The government says Abrego was mistakenly deported to El Salvador in March, in violation of a 2019 court order. After much legal resistance, he was returned to the United States in June and hit with human smuggling charges out of Tennessee, which he pleaded not guilty to. The Trump administration has repeatedly accused Abrego of being a member of the notorious MS-13 gang, which his attorneys have denied. His lawyers have said he illegally immigrated to the United States when he was 16 to join his brother in Maryland to escape gang violence in El Salvador. The Trump administration offered Abrego a plea deal last week. His lawyers said in a court filing Saturday that was part of their efforts to get the charges in Tennessee dropped over what they consider vindictive and selective prosecution. If he pleads guilty to the federal charges out of Tennessee and serves time, he can be deported to Costa Rica. The Costa Rican government said he would live as a free man there, according to the filing. Sandoval-Maschenberg said Abrego would not accept a plea deal, as he will not accept charges of which he's not guilty. But Sandoval-Maschenberg said that if Abrego is deported to Costa Rica instead of Uganda, that would be a perfectly reasonable option. Even if they were to name Spain as a country, unless they got guarantees he can stay that country, all it is really a way station on the way right back to El Salvador, where it's already been established that he can't go, Sandoval Maschenberg said Monday on Meet the Press Now. And that's what we have from Costa Rica right now. Assurances of refugee status, assurances that they will not redeport him, Sandoval Maschenberg said. While the Abrego case has received a lot of attention, there have been others who have allegedly been deported erroneously, Sandoval Maschenberg said. He said he has gotten emails from more than a dozen other immigration lawyers saying the same thing happened to their clients. This whole business with third country removals is really brand new. It's just something that started, Sandoval Maschenberg said. We thought that Abrego Garcia was sort of a one-of-a-kind case, he said. But it turned out really to just be the tip of the spear. While the decision does not end Garcia's legal troubles, it represents a powerful pushback against the government's aggressive deportation tactics. For now, he remains in the United States under court protection, and his case has become a symbol of resistance for immigrant communities. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia taken into the ICE custody, but the judge blocked deportations for now. The US Supreme Court is delivered the major substack to the President Donald Trump, ruling that restricts his immigration powers and the halting the administration's attempts by the carry out the mass deportations. This video is sparks another wild spread the celebration among the immigrants community, especially the hip persons in the East Bay, living the fear since Trump's involved and the push the removals. A central case of the ruling involved the Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the immigration who had the lead, the previously had the mistakenly deported by the El Salvador dispute court orders. Recently, U.S. authorized the right to depart from the Uganda. The country had the ties of the federal judge Paulia Sanchez blocks the deportations and ruling that the governmental authority to remove his ordering and remain in the U.S. unite until the further hearing. This case is out of the protection that could be the affect millions facing deportations in the third country who had not connection with them. The department is the justice acknowledgement of the court order and the making the rare revoke the Trump's policy. Immigrants advocates hailed by the ruling historic victory for the immigrants' rights.